Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Amritpal Singh. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, Prime Minister chairs a high-level security meeting at his residence in New Delhi. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, the Chief of Defence Staff and the three services chiefs present in the meeting. 48 tourist sites in Jammu and Kashmir closed amid counter-terror operations. Mark Carney's Liberal Party wins the Canadian election, vows to represent everyone in their victory speech, says Trump will never own Canada. Prime Minister Modi congratulates Carney. Amnesty International accuses Israel of live-streamed genocide against Gazans. Israel dismisses Amnesty's report as baseless lies. Breaking news, a crucial meeting is currently underway at the Prime Minister's official residence in New Delhi. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval are also attending the meeting. The Chief of Defence Staff, General Chauhan, and three Defence Services Chiefs are also present in the meeting. The meeting is taking a security review of in the aftermath of the Pahalgam attack. And the Prime Minister has called this meeting in the aftermath of the Pahalgam attack, taking a stock of both the security situation and probably mulling India's responses to the attack, bringing the perpetrators to justice. The Prime Minister had said that the perpetrators of the deadly or the ghastly Pahalgam attacks will be brought to justice very, very soon. And he said that those who are the perpetrators and the backers of this ghastly incident shall be brought to justice. He said that India will pursue them to the ends of the earth, though he had said this right after the attack. Then in his Mann Ki Baat program, the Prime Minister said that those behind this attack will be brought to justice very, very soon. So a slew of meetings have taken place after that at various levels, and the Prime Minister himself chairing this very important security meeting, in which we can see, as in the picture, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, the Chief of General Staff, Defence Staff, General Chauhan, and the chiefs of the Indian Army, the Chief of Indian Navy, and of the Indian Air Force present at this meeting, which is currently underway at the Prime Minister's residence. And my colleague Amit Mukherjee now joins us for more on this story. Amit, what do we know of what is this security meeting taking a review of?
Well, see, it's going to take some time before we get the exact details. But one thing is very sure, Amrit, because it's a stock taking and a meeting to chart out the future course of action. You have been seeing the Indian administration very, very active since the incident happened in Jammu and Kashmir. And as of now, you rightly pointed out, everybody who is involved, who is in charge of the security setup within the country, whether it's the CDS, whether it's the army chief, whether it's the chief of other defense wings of India, they were all present out there. In fact, the situation that's happening at the borders, that is one of the things that would be discussed. Also, in fact, some time back we have been getting reports that Pakistani, hackers have also been trying to, work their way into the Indian systems. They are trying to breach, certain critical websites. which were actually foiled by Indian, cyber security experts. So all these things which are happening right now, whether it's kind of charting out the next course of action, whether it's the in terms of diplomatic dealings with, Pakistan, as well as other countries who are involved. You have been constantly seeing that Pakistan has been trying to pull in a lot of people. They have been garnering support as far as this incident is concerned. So, I mean, all these, points will come up and has been coming up for discussion in this particular meeting. Amrit?
This meeting seems, Amit, to be more focused on the military strategy, both for external, the aggression that is going on the LOC, small arms firing, repeated violations for the past 6 days by the Pakistani army, and also, looking at internal security, because after all, though it's the Rashtriya Rifles and the Jammu and Kashmir Police which is responsible for the internal security, but the army is present there in huge numbers, and now they're playing an increasingly important role, chasing those, the NIA slowly piecing together. So all that the stock taking of that would possibly happen at this meeting?
Definitely, Amrit. In fact, that is going to be a critical part of the meeting. Our preparedness along the LOC, the line of control. But also, if you look at what has been happening throughout the day, I mean, there has been a lot of anti-terror ops which have been going on in Jammu and Kashmir sector. Places have been sanitized, certain tourist spots have been sanitized. In fact, tourists were actually asked not to go there because, just to take care of their security. Because,
48 destinations shut.
Yeah, 48 destinations. In fact, those are very, very, those are not the key destinations, but yeah, those are destinations which are slightly isolated from the main tourist hubs of Jammu and Kashmir. So where, the security forces, the internal security forces had focused a lot of their actions today, and a lot of sanitization had taken place. Combing operations have been happening, flushing out of, likely terrorists who are actually hiding out still. I mean, there are reports that there are terrorists still hiding out in various pockets of, the dense forest areas of Jammu and Kashmir. So this, apart from the military preparations, what must be discussed out in this meeting is also the kind of actions that have taken place throughout the day, whether it's in terms of cyber security, whether it's in terms of internal flushing out, combing operations which have been happening in several sectors, and of course the preparedness along the LOC, which is why you see all the defense, the chiefs of all the defense wings, they were present in the meeting. Even the CDS was there, not to forget Rajnath Singh, he was there, National Security Advisor. So it's a multi-pronged, it's a meeting which is going to discuss multi-pronged actions and also going to evaluate the actions that have been taken so far. Amrit?
All right. Amit, we will keep following this. We'll keep coming back to you on this as more details emerge as what exactly transpired. But many thanks for joining us for the moment. And following this, a meeting of the Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs is scheduled to take place. Apart from Prime Minister Modi, who will chair the meeting, several key ministers will be present, including the Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Road Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari, Health Minister JP Nadda, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Other union ministers are also expected to attend the Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs meeting, including Jitan Ram Manji, Piyush Goyal, Sarbananda Sonowal, Ram Mohan Naidu, Bhupender Yadav, Annapurna Devi, Kiran Rijiju and G. Kishan Reddy. A team of the National Investigation Agency visited the Baisaran forest to investigate the deadly Pahalgam terror attack. The team recreated the scene and collected evidence. Officials from the Jammu and Kashmir Police and the CRPF were also present in the meeting. Meanwhile, 48 out of 87 tourist destinations across the Kashmir Valley have been closed over safety concerns in wake of anti-terror operations following the Pahalgam terror attack. According to the report, the destinations which have been closed are Yusmarg, Tausi Maidan, Dudhpatri, Aharbal, Kausar Nag, Bangus, Khairwan Diver Chandigam, Bangus Valley and others, including cafes, hotels and resorts. While other destinations have been provided proper security, and an official said that some of these destinations have been closed temporarily. Raids on suspected houses also continued for the second week. And in the aftermath of the Pahalgam attacks, India has taken strong measures against Pakistan, including revocation of 14 categories of visas previously granted to Pakistani nationals. Pakistani visitors to India admitted on medical visas must exit by this evening. The visa revocations took place in a staggered manner, with SAC visas expired on the 26th of April, medical visas expiring today, and all other visas expired on the 27th of April. However, diplomatic and official visas will remain valid without any deadline to exit India, which will be, if required, decided by the Government of India. Long-term visas issued to Pakistani citizens will also remain valid. There shall also be no restriction on the issue of new diplomatic and official visas or long-term visas. While Pakistan continues to violate ceasefire on the 6th day, the spirit of Kashmir remains undefeated. Tourists are coming back to Kashmir. DD India correspondent Vishal Baristo brings us this report from the Dal Lake in Srinagar.
I'm here at Dal Lake, and tourism is trickling back to the valley, and I'm also told in Pahalgam. I have a group of tourists here. They are coming from Kolkata. Can you please tell us about your experience? Where all have you been, and how has been your experience with the people here?
We have gone to Pahalgam, Sonmarg and Gulmarg, and it was a very nice experience. People here are very polite and very humble.
So would you like to come here again, and would you like to extend your stay here? What would you like to say?
Definitely, it was a very nice experience, and the people here are very nice. So I will come here again and again with my family.
Tourism is coming back. There is no relaxation as far as the hospitality standards are concerned. People are so lovable here with open arms. They are welcoming tourists from all over the country. And there's only one word, and that is love and peace. With cameraman Mohit Uike in Srinagar, this is Vishal Baristo for DD India.
And amidst allegations of spreading false narratives and misinformation, the X account of Pakistan Defence Minister Khwaja Asif has been blocked in India. Earlier on Monday, the Indian government blocked 16 Pakistani YouTube channels with a total of 63 million subscribers. And they've been banned in India for spreading provocative and communally sensitive content in the aftermath of the Pahalgam terror attack. The YouTube channels have been banned on Union Home Ministry's recommendations. And India launched a scathing attack on Pakistan at the launch of the Victims Terrorism Association Network in the United Nations. Beginning the statement by mentioning the Pahalgam terror attack, India's Deputy Envoy to the UN, Yojana Patel, reaffirmed that India has been a victim of cross-border terrorism. Taking a dig on Pakistan Defence Minister's remarks, she said that Pakistan is a rogue state, and Pakistan Minister's confessions on his country's support to terror surprises no one.
The whole world has heard Pakistan's Defence Minister Khwaja Asif admitting and confessing Pakistan's history of supporting, training and funding terrorist organizations in a recent television interview. This open confession surprises no one and exposes Pakistan as a rogue state fueling global terrorism and destabilizing the region. The world can no longer turn a blind eye. I have nothing further to add.
India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held talks with Greek Foreign Minister George Yerapetritis. In a post on X, the minister said that they discussed the Pahalgam terrorist attack and welcomed Greece's firm opposition to cross-border terrorism. He added that the strategic partnership reflects the depth of India-Greece ties. In wake of the Pahalgam attack, Nepali Congress leader Rajendra Bajgan, representing the Gorkha district, raised concerns about the necessity of serious review of Nepal-Pakistan joint military exercise. In the House of Representatives, Bajgan strongly requested the government of Nepal to immediately declare the Resistance Front, or the TRF, which is a banned organization and which had claimed responsibility for the attacks. He stated that acknowledging such terrorist networks are undermining the spirit and stability of SAC and he suggested that all forms of military cooperation with Pakistan should be reviewed and reconsidered. Still to come up on this edition of DD India Live, Volodymyr Zelensky slams Putin's truce proposal as manipulation. Vietnam will release over 8,000 prisoners ahead of the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon.
नमस्कार। आज भी लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं कि सिनेमा का असली मकसद क्या है। मैं कहता हूं कि सिनेमा सिर्फ एक कहानी नहीं, एक एहसास है जो दिल तक जाए, जो यादों में रहे, ये दुनिया को जोड़ दे। वर्ल्ड ऑडियो विजुअल एंड एंटरटेनमेंट समिट वेव्स इज द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर ऑफ दैट जर्नी। यहां सिर्फ एंटरटेनमेंट ही नहीं, एक नया युग लिखा जाएगा। तो क्या आप इस कहानी का हिस्सा बनने के लिए तैयार हैं?
Connecting creators, connecting countries. Waves 2025.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Amritpal Singh. India's Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal, who is in London on a two-day visit, addressed the Indo-UK Business Roundtable, bringing together prominent business leaders and CEOs from both countries. The minister highlighted opportunities to strengthen economic ties, drive innovation-led growth and expand investment avenues between India and the United Kingdom. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Mark Carney on his election victory in Canada. In a post on X, Prime Minister Modi wrote, and I quote, "Congratulations, Mark Carney, on your election as the Prime Minister of Canada and to the Liberal Party on their victory. India and Canada are bound by sheer democratic values, a steadfast commitment to the rule of law and vibrant people-to-people ties. I look forward to working with you to strengthen our partnership and unlock greater opportunities for our people." Canada's federal election has ended with a dramatic turn of events. Former central banker Mark Carney has led the Liberal Party to retain power, though short of majority. In a stunning political comeback in a country bracing for economic turbulence and rising tensions with the US, here's a report.
In an election watched closely on both sides of the border, Mark Carney's Liberals have clinched victory, securing 164 seats in Canada's House of Commons, but falling just short of the 172 needed for a majority. The new Prime Minister now faces a divided Parliament and an even more divided continent. It is indeed a dramatic comeback for the Liberals, and many factors contributed to this turnaround. Just months ago, the Liberals were 20 points behind in the polls. Then Justin Trudeau stepped down as Prime Minister. Trudeau's departure was crucial to the Liberal win. Carney
Meeting that was held at the Prime Minister's residence, where the Prime Minister chaired this meeting on security, in which the three service chiefs, the Defence Minister, the National Security Advisor, the Chief of Defence Staff were present. So the security meeting, which the Prime Minister chaired, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, the Defence Chief of Defence Staff, and the chiefs of the Indian Army, the Indian Air Force and the Indian Navy were present. This was a review-taking meeting of the security situation in the aftermath of the Pahalgam attack. And clearly, once details emerge as to what exactly transpired in this meeting, but surely a review of how far things have gone till now after the attack and where things could go in the coming some time was discussed at length with the top military brass of the country. So, all the three service chiefs, the Chief of Defence Staff, the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, of course, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh were present in this meeting, which was held a little while back at the Prime Minister's official residence in New Delhi, where the Prime Minister, along with his team of the top military brass and the man who is responsible for the internal security, the National Security Advisor, attending this meeting and detailing the meeting about the different facets of the military preparedness, the security situation in Jammu and Kashmir, and a possible Indian response to the escalating situation, especially given that after the Pahalgam attack, Pakistan has hugely deployed on its borders with India and has been indulging in small arms firing and ceasefire violations for the past 6 days. Moving on, Russian President Vladimir Putin on Monday announced a 3-day truce starting from the midnight of 8th of May. The Kremlin said that Putin had ordered a full cessation of hostilities to mark the 80th anniversary of Russia's Victory Day, which falls on May 9th. Russia called on Ukraine to join the truce. The Kremlin said, adding that Russian troops would be given an adequate and effective response if Ukraine violates the ceasefire. The Kremlin noted that the Russia once again declares its readiness for peace talks without preconditions, and this is to address the root causes of the Ukraine crisis and to have constructive interaction with international partners. The White House said that US President Donald Trump, who has been attempted to broker a truce between the two sides, wants to see a permanent ceasefire. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said on Monday that the world did not want to wait until after March 8th for Putin's announcement of ceasefire. More than 3-year-old conflict only to be in effect for a few days. Israel has dismissed the rights group Amnesty International's report on Gaza as baseless lies. In a statement, the Israeli Foreign Ministry called the Amnesty International a radical anti-Israel organization. Amnesty International on Tuesday accused Israel of committing a live-streamed genocide against the Palestinians in Gaza by forcibly displacing most of the population and deliberately creating a humanitarian crisis or catastrophe. Vietnam will release over 8,000 prisoners, including 25 foreigners from 9 countries ahead of the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon. The amnesty announced by the government is part of a tradition before significant events. Political prisoners and those convicted of serious crimes like terrorism or attempting to overthrow the government are excluded. This release is set to begin Thursday. Reflects the government's generosity and humane tradition. As of January, over 197,000 people were in Vietnam prisons, including more than 160 political prisoners. Meanwhile, Vietnam continues to target social media critics in its crackdown on dissent. Waves is an important platform where not just the budding artists will pitch in for their work, but also the professional openness the professional ones having years of knowledge and experience. Waves Bazaar, which will run parallel to the summit, is an incredible platform for wide range of creators, developers, projects across various categories, including live action and animation. Saraswati Balgam, creative producer, creator and consultant, expressed her admiration for the cutting-edge technologies by being used in Waves Bazaar and highlighted how impressed she is with the capabilities. Listen in.
So basically Waves Bazaar is like an amazing platform for a lot of creators like me who are writing their projects in both live action, animation, visual effects or any particular category. I'm super impressed by the technology that the Waves Bazaar is being used, because you get connected, you get accreditation, so you know who all are coming, you know what producers are coming, what directors are coming, what OTT platforms are coming. So I have my project called Neelu the Blue Sky Girl. It's an animated live action mixed project, and I'm excited because it's going to open doors, it's going to allow me to connect, it's going to at least, connect with other peers in the industry, which I'm kind of not aware of, right? So it gives me exposure from an investment point of view, from a collaboration point of view.
And that's it in this edition of DD India Live. But do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India's mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR codes that you see on our screen to download now. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Amritpal Singh from our entire team here in Delhi. Thank you for watching.